Now tell me, Brooklyn, when did you last see your son?
Oh, about 20 years ago, Father. He was about 4 years old, little kid.
Well, we have invited him here tonight.
No.
Yes.
The Benny Hill Show had an enormous influence on the world for over 30 years, broadcasting in 97 countries and drawing 31 million viewers in 1971 alone. At first glance, it was just slapstick comedy, chases, and zany antics. But beneath the surface, Benny Hill's genius lay in the subtle, almost imperceptible details that shaped how audiences perceived humor. Today, we're uncovering the hidden tricks and clever techniques that have gone unnoticed for decades. One of Hill's most iconic devices was the wraparound running gag. Performers would dash off the left side of the screen only to immediately reappear from the right, creating the illusion that the television world was cyclical. Borrowed from silent films and cartoons, this trick made his chase sequences, especially those set to yakety sax, feel like a living, elastic universe. Viewers laughed before realizing the impossibility. Hill used this gag repeatedly, often 5 to 15 times per episode, to keep the pace unbroken and chaotic. Another secret of Hill's chase scenes was undercranking, a technique where scenes were filmed at 18 to 21 frames per second instead of the standard 24. Played back at normal speed, the footage appeared hyper-fast and cartoonish. Originating from the Keystone Cops and silent films, this approach made the actors' frantic movements seem even more absurd, while most viewers couldn't pinpoint why it looked so unusual. Hill's show was also a hidden stage for future stars. Jane Leeves, later famous as Daphne Moon on Frasier, was one of Hill's angels, appearing among background dancers. Countless extras and bit players, many struggling actors at the time, would eventually rise to fame. Attentive fans now treat the show like a treasure hunt, spotting familiar faces long before stardom. Even the show's mistakes were intentional or cleverly incorporated. Bloopers, crew shadows, props failing, or extras breaking character remained in final cuts because the audience's attention was always on Hill. Sometimes these errors amplified the comedy, like a stuck door or a dislodged costume piece adding to the chaos. Graffiti walls and background signage were another layer of hidden humor. Subtle jokes, riddles, and Q&A conversations appeared for only a few frames, rewarding viewers who noticed them. Hill also employed hidden wordplay with poster boards. The first letters of sentences would spell out suggestive words, creating punchlines that most viewers missed entirely. Recurring characters added even more depth. Fred Scuttle saluted incorrectly, defining him as a lovable fool, while Jackie Wright's bald head received repeated smacks, eliciting the same line in multiple sketches, a hidden in-joke for dedicated viewers. Bob Todd convincingly played drunk, though his whiskey was actually juice, and props like Wright's fishbowl helmet hid subtle dark humor that many missed. Hill's visual gags extended to split-screen self-conversations, symbolic metaphors for romance or intimacy, and clever use of partially hidden signs. Even chase scenes, often misunderstood as Hill pursuing women, were actually him fleeing from angry husbands, chefs, or others he had wronged, flipping the perceived gender dynamics entirely. Finally, Henry McGee not only acted as the straight man in sketches, but also provided the voice for the show's iconic opening line, "Yes, it's the Benny Hill Show," a dual role hidden in plain sight. From wraparound gags and undercranked chases to hidden jokes in the background and clever wordplay, Benny Hill's brilliance was in the details. Every frame was meticulously crafted, often layered with humor that viewers could only subconsciously register, proving why his comedy remains timeless.